The far left's attempts to take control of private enterprise via modern socialism is moving forward in California. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Unlike traditional Marxists, who thought socialism meant government seizing companies and industries, modern socialists recognize you don't need to actually take over businesses. You can effectively control them through extensive regulations. A prime example is underway in California. The target of socialists there is the bulk of the state's fast food industry. Last year, the so-called Golden State passed a law called the FAST Act that amounted to a de facto takeover of thousands of fast food outlets. A 10-member council was set up that has the power to dictate working conditions for non-union restaurants, including setting wages, $22 an hour minimum wage is on tap, imposing mandatory benefits, setting working hours, and much more. It's a seizure in all but name. The prime pusher here is the powerful Service Employees International Union, the SIEU, which sees this as a way to get some 500,000 new members, whose dues can be used to target other industries and finance other parts of the far-left agenda. Bernie Sanders and his ilk are drooling. A socialist victory with California restaurants sets the precedent for other government entities and Washington itself to do the same with other businesses. In fact, the Biden administration is pushing regulations to make auto manufacturers virtual wards of the federal government. The California restaurant industry rightly howled. A group called Save Local Restaurants collected more than enough signatures to get a referendum on the ballot this November. The SEIU and its socialist allies are outraged that voters might have a say on the matter. That's why they're pushing through the legislature a so-called joint employer bill. The legislation would make corporations legally liable for alleged labor abuses, for example, resisting unionization, of their independent franchisees. This seemingly arcade provision would gut the traditional franchise model, where independent owners pay companies royalties to get to use the trademark and for various services. Under this legislation, their independence would be effectively ended. Even though these small business owners put up the capital, they would become corporate employees in all but name. With this law, socialists and their leftist trial lawyer accomplices would be well positioned to tap deep pockets of parent companies, as well as more easily dictate how restaurants are to be run. Make no mistake, what happens to these California eateries has profound national implications. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.